The book is great. If you were able to, I'd highly recommend the audiobook, because this book is a conversation between Napoleon Hill and the devil, and they're debating back and forth. The devil is basically on trial, and Napoleon Hill can ask him any question he wants, and he has to answer. And the question is like, how do you keep men from being successful? Like, what do you do? And the devil's whole premise is he tries to make men become drifters. In fact, there's a section called Drifting with the Devil. And that's the end goal, right? How do you get people to become drifters? And like he said, 98% of the population are drifters, where only 2% are the driven, those who are trying to change the world, those that I call prime movers. And so this is the book. Again, if you listen to the audiobook, it's amazing because the two voice actors are awesome.
Describe all the ways in which you induce people to drift.
People who think for themselves never drift, while those who do little or no thinking for themselves are drifters.
And you may be thinking, like, Russell, why are you even qualified to talk about this? Maybe I'm not, but it's something I'm very passionate about, primarily because when I was growing up, when I was younger, I was an athlete and I did really well in wrestling. I was a state champion, I took second place in the country, I wrestled at a Division I school, and that was my first time like trying to do something, trying to change my own world. And later I became an entrepreneur and I built multiple businesses. My biggest company is called ClickFunnels. Many of you guys have heard of it. I've written 3 books and I've had a chance to help thousands of people be successful online. And so I consider myself someone who's driven. Like, I'm always creating and trying to figure things out. The next 2 needs are my favorite. Number 5, growth, personal development. How do you get better at something, right? And number 6 is contribution. Contribution is helping other people, right? And so for me, when I look at this transition between people who are drifting and people who are driven, prime movers are the people who have mastered their body and they have moved on to the needs of the spirit. They're the ones who are growing and contributing, growth and contribution, focusing there. That's what I talk about mostly now is like, if you know the transitions to get to growth and contribution, after you figure that out, and you're saying, I'm driven, I want to become a prime mover, I want to change people's lives, it's come down to extreme focus on these 2 things, growth and contribution. How do we do it over and over and over again? Step number 2 then is the spirit. For me, it's really about, we are creators, right? The prime movers are creating things, you're creating businesses, you're creating ideas and concepts and all sorts of stuff. And I think what spirit is for me is your connection with your creator. So whoever it is you believe is your creator, like that's the connection, is the spirit. Some of you guys do it through church or some yoga, meditation, through reading, whatever it might be. For me, it's very much, my connection with spirit comes through ancient books, scriptures. Like that's how I connect spiritually and through prayer. But we have to be growing spiritually as well.